Welcome back to Busting Addiction and its Myths, brought to you by Safe House Rehab Thailand, which now has a spectacular new beach location near Hua Hin, Thailand. Our goal, from beginning to end, is to give you and your loved one the very best chance of a complete recovery. And to that end, you can't imagine a more serene yet astonishing setting than our location near the beach in Dolphin Bay. With the sea a short walk in front of us, and the awesome Samrayat National Park mountains behind our facility, we offer the most peaceful sanctuary one could possibly imagine to begin the journey of complete recovery. Today we're going to learn about shame. Number one, shame is known as a master emotion overpowering ordinary healthy feelings such as sadness or joy. 2, toxic shame is a debilitating feeling of worthlessness and self-loathing that can last a lifetime. 3, there are multiple causes of it, mostly inflicted by parents onto their children. 4, people who experience toxic shame often have difficulty knowing what they're really feeling, and they require help in identifying and expressing what they actually feel. Number 1, toxic shame starts in childhood when we're still developing a sense of self, and we are most susceptible to critical messages from parents, teachers, and other adults about ourselves. Children carry an amplified, overpowering feeling of shame that has them believing they are worthless. This belief, therefore, neutralizes other, more positive emotions, such as joy, or other normal emotions such as sadness or even anger. It takes over a child's psyche and will become more dominant unless addressed by therapy. Shaming an addict or alcoholic into getting clean and sober always backfires. The addict is far more likely to rebel and act out, as the parent is not educated on the nature of the disease or how to intervene. 2, ordinary shame is a feeling in response to wrongdoing or thinking that something you believe in or did was immoral. Usually ordinary shame dissipates in a few days in a normal person and is often tied to just one specific event. Toxic shame, however, contributes to a negative inner dialogue and ongoing feelings of inadequacy. Therefore, it is defined as thinking, I'm a bad person, as opposed to, normally, I did a bad thing, and still being okay with oneself. It's not surprising that addicts feel they are bad people, because that's how they are painted by their parents and others. 3, psychologists liken the effect of toxic shame in PTSD-like terms. When a child emerges as a teenager, the effects of toxic shame are similar to the effects of any traumatic experience. These include depression, high anxiety, substance use disorder, also known as addiction and alcoholism, and codependency. There is a sick relationship between parents and children in a toxic shame scenario. The children hate their parents, but they disguise their true feelings for fear of violence or even more verbal abuse. 4, the major emotions, like primary colors that can be combined into more subtle shades, are often posed as a question to people. Patients in a clinical setting are asked to ask themselves about the primary emotions. Am I mad, glad, sad, afraid, ashamed, or hurt? People who have suffered from toxic shame have buried their true feelings for so long they are unable at first to know what it is they are actually feeling. Psychologists work with patients to first get them in touch with what they feel, and then to accept them regardless of the feeling or its intensity. Only by acceptance of what truly is can the healing begin. In short, toxic shame is debilitating and can last a lifetime unless addressed in therapy. It can also lead to substance abuse as a means of escape. 2, it overpowers ordinary normal emotions and therefore stunts the emotional growth of a child, creating a sense of worthlessness and emptiness. 3, shame simply does not work to try to correct an addict's or alcoholic's behavior. And finally, those victimized by toxic shame need help in identifying what they are actually feeling, and they need to be okay with their feelings before they can heal. This podcast is sponsored by Safe House Rehab Thailand, with a new beach location near Hua Hin, offering the best chance of a complete recovery, because families today are facing new challenges and deserve a better way forward. All in the warm embrace of our staff and our welcoming environment, unsurpassed anywhere in Thailand.